So basically the first 2 miles of this trip is uphill. We're right in the middle of that right now, so we did sit down and take a break and just try to hydrate because we are just sweating our balls off. So what we're watching out for this trip, rattlesnakes. There are timber rattlesnakes here, plenty of them. We ran into a hiker who was coming out off of his 30-mile trip, and he said that he actually had to like escort one off the trail with a 10-foot stick. So we're hoping we don't have to do that today, but we are going to watch out for them. And also a plant in this region called stinging nettles. I'm sure there's a biology term for it, but for all intents and purposes, the name is appropriate because when it touches your skin, you get a very intense burning sensation that lasts about 5 minutes, from what I've heard. So we are going to experience that today. Okay, so this is definitely it. My legs are stinging already. We've got a pretty long stretch here, so we're just gonna make the best of it. Okay, so we've gone about 7 miles. We have 4 miles to go until we get to camp. We're hearing some rolling thunder in the distance, so we hope that stays away. It's very hot. Did I tell you that? It's like the humidity. Holy shit. So far today, the rain has not let up. My feet are drenched. But the temperature's cooled off so much since yesterday that the hiking is much easier. So I don't know if the actual terrain on this second half is just a little more gentle, or the fact that it's now 99 degrees and humid. I'm guessing it's the weather. But yeah. So guys, here we are in a bathroom, trying to dry out and have something hot to eat. So yeah, this is our current situation. So what a crazy day yesterday. When I say it poured all day, I mean torrential downpour. Like, it did not let up. We were soaked. About halfway through our day yesterday, we come across this like primitive picnic area, and it happened to have like a bathroom, no sink, running water, nothing. It just a room with a toilet. So we were so cold and wet. We went in there, we made some noodles, we made coffee, we hung up our rain flies just at least dry out a little bit. And we probably spent a good 45 minutes to an hour in that like disgusting bathroom, but we were so happy to have it. We were like cracking up, like, I can't believe we're sitting here like next to a toilet, like eating lunch. But, and it probably sounds really gross to you guys, but when we were there, like, we didn't give a fuck. It was such a welcome sight, and it was warm. We were able to get some dry clothes on, change our socks. Although it really didn't matter because my shoes were, I mean, just drenched, and they still are. So I'm gonna have to put wet sneakers on for today. We have 10 miles to hike out of here. But thankfully enough, when we got to our camp, the rain just all of a sudden just let up. So we didn't have to set up in the rain. So we were just so thrilled about that. We enjoyed dinner, more coffee. We have an excellent water source right here. So we didn't have to worry about that. And we were just so happy last night. So we settled in. I read my book, and we both had like an awesome sleep. So it rained a little bit this morning, so we were sort of deflated, but it did stop, and I'm starting to see some blue up there. So I have high hopes for today. It's our last day, and what an adventure. So many challenges, and I'll get more into it later, but man, crazy. Okay, so we are off. 10 more miles. It's our last day. I have every single piece of wet clothing from yesterday hanging on the outside of my pack, and hopefully it'll dry up a little bit because I did have to put on some wet socks this morning. Anyway, the sun's out today. Like, thank God. Okay, so guys, what really sucks about this trail so far, I mean, I like the trail, but there are these stinging nettles, and they are everywhere. Like, you're walking along just enjoying your hike, and all of a sudden your like thighs and calves start burning and itching, and then you look down and there's like a patch of them that goes on as far as the eye can see. So the only thing you could do is just like keep going through it, because that's all you can do. It sucks. So guys, stinging nettle for days. Look at this. It's everywhere. I don't even know when this is going to end, but it is awful. My advice, if you're going to hike this trail, wear long pants. And I knew that these plants were out here, and I just couldn't bring myself to wear pants because it was 95 degrees and humid on our first day. And ow, Jesus! I gotta go. So I just heard the craziest freaking noise. I want to say it was like a huge bird or something. It was like so I'm gonna hang out, wait for Mom to get here, and see what the F that was. Okay, so we have 3 more miles to go before we get back to the car. We are sitting here enjoying some lunch. I'm having my last hurrah with the ramen noodles because it's starting to become an addiction. And I just can't justify eating these when I'm not on the trail, so I had one more pack. So I just fired it up, and ramen are so good. Alright, so you stay here, hold my phone. I'm gonna go on that rock. Okay? Please don't go on the rock. I'm just kidding. Okay guys, This is the last 2 miles, and left my mom back there because if I stop moving or slow down, I feel like the bugs are going to eat my face off. They're pretty rough today in this section, so keep moving. Hopefully we'll make it out. I need a beer, preferably with a burger, French fries, oh, and a clean bra and underwear. That would be so nice. I stink so bad, but I've learned to love it, actually. No, I haven't. I'm just kidding. But you do get used to it, for sure. So when all is said and done and I'm off the trail, I will do a recap and give you guys, you know, my overview of this trail. But it's been a good trip. I'm super happy my mom decided to stick it out because that first day was brutal. She was having some signs of heat exhaustion, so honestly I was a little worried there for her, but she was doing much better the second day despite the torrential downpour. We had an awesome night at camp. It seemed like it dried up just enough for us to set up and get dinner. We both slept really well. So we had a great night, and today's been a pretty easy day where the miles are kind of flying by today. It's about 70 degrees, no humidity, so I'm sure that has a lot to do with it. But gotta go. So I think we're going to be on a little quick road walk before it goes back in for like the last little bit.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Oh, and that, my friends, is how we do that. Here she comes. So this, my friends, is my 65-year-old mother who has never been on a backpacking trip ever, has never done a hike with her pack, and she just finished a 30-mile weekend. What do you got to say for yourself?
I am so glad. This was so much fun.
I'm pretty glad it's over, right?
Pretty glad it's over.
All right, we're gonna hit the shitter and be on our way. So we just used this little bathroom. I wanted to just kind of use some wipes and clean and put on a change of clothes before we grab a bite to eat. And I wasn't sure in there whether it was the bathroom that stunk or whether it was me. I'm leaning towards me, but I did put deodorant on.